Hi everyone, this is my very quick review of the Luvion Supreme Connect. It's a premium digital baby monitor. I don't normally review these kind of things, but this one's so good, and also there's just no other reviews on this product on YouTube at the moment, so this is my attempt to kind of pass on a bit of knowledge to everyone else. It really is a great product actually. I bought the standard unit and also the Wi-Fi docking station as well. It's a Wi-Fi bridge. It's an optional extra, but really if you're going to spend this kind of money on this product, you should probably get the base station as well, because that's what differs this product from the rest of them that are out on the market. So let me talk you very quickly through the components you get when you buy this. On the left hand side is the monitor, also known as the parental unit. You've got the optional Wi-Fi bridge. You don't have to buy that, but again it's what makes this product really great. On the right hand side you've got the webcam motorized with pan and tilt, and the final thing you get with it is the mount for the webcam, so you can mount it in all directions. Comes with a power supply for the webcam, power supply for the monitor unit, which also can be plugged into the docking station, and it comes with a network cable as well, which I'll explain in a bit what that's for. So it comes with all the bits you need to get it up and running. So let's have a look at the webcam itself. As I said, it's a full pan and tilt webcam. It's a wireless one. Let's have a look around the back. Let's see what connections there are. You've got power on button there. I'll turn that on now. Just get it going. Got a volume there. So this has got a built-in speaker. So this can output the audio. You can talk to this unit, talk to your baby. This little dongle out here, this is the temperature sensor. So it's stuck out a little bit, so it's not affected by the heat of the actual unit itself. That's a great idea. DC main supply. Obviously it's wireless antenna, and obviously this bit rotates around. Underneath there is a magical little switch underneath. That is to tell it whether to put the image upside down or not. So if you've got it upside down on the ceiling, it appears the right way when you view it. So that's quite a useful little feature on there. And also there's a pair button as well, so if you're buying extra of these you can pair it with an existing unit. But when you buy this, it all comes paired. You just turn everything on and it just works. It's fantastic. So this is the main monitor unit. It's got a 4.3-inch screen. It's got a range of about 300 meters line of sight from the webcam itself, and the display on it is actually less than the display on the webcam. It's about 480 by 272 pixels, which is more than enough. The thing I always say is if you're used to HD webcams on computers, it's not going to be that quality, but you don't really need it that quality. So it's the same as all the other units. On screen, probably can't see it very well, but you've got which camera you're looking at, what the battery life is like, what the connectivity is like to the webcam, what the temperature is according to the webcam, and it'll also tell you which webcam you're looking at should you have multiple webcams. You've got 3 buttons on the right hand side here which you can touch. So what talk does when you hold talk down is it actually turns the microphone on and sends the audio to the speaker on the webcam, so you can talk to your baby. That's very useful. Same coming back as well, you'll see there's lights at the top here. That's actually the audio coming back from the webcam. Now to stop feedback I've got the audio turned off, but even with the audio turned off, in other words the speaker off, I can still see when the baby's making noise. That's quite a useful feature. Let's go down to zoom. The whole point of zoom is to be able to zoom in and out of the system. On the Android app I'll show you, you can use your so looking at the zoom function, that's just a 2x zoom. Press that to zoom in. Press again to zoom out. Okay. Next up is the cam. If you've got multiple cameras, that lets you select. I've only got one, so that's not used. Menu brings up a load of menus to use. You use the scrolling touch at the bottom right hand side. So for the menu button, you use the scroll at the bottom right hand side of the screen. Let's come out of that. So it's an alarm setting, so that lets you change an alarm for a temperature or just a timer to remind you to do something. You've got recording settings, so you can change the video quality, so a lower quality to match that of this unit, so that's the resolution I talked before, or for the baby or for TV, which lets you go for the full res of the webcam itself, which is 640 by 480. that lets you repair your webcams, change the brightness and also the sensitivity of the unit. And some final settings, so you can change the time, what the AV output format is, you can format the SD card which goes in the side, I'll talk about that in a minute, and what your temperature unit, Fahrenheit, Celsius, and your languages, fairly straightforward stuff. And power save as well, that lets the screen on the unit turn off. It still works, but lets you save a bit of power if you're keeping this uncharged for long periods of time. So let's have a look at some of the connections on the right hand side of the monitor. The bottom you've got the DC in for charging. Again, if you're using the docking station, you won't need to use this, it'll charge it via the docking station. There's a service USB port, you don't need to use that. There's an AV breakout that goes to a load of audio and video phono cables should you want to record like a DVD recorder or a Blu-ray recorder. You've got an auto quad, that's when you've got more than one camera, so that'll let you divide the screen up into four. I'm not going to show you that because I've only got one camera. And there's a lock button as well, so when you press that it stops you from accidentally pressing any of the buttons and changing the settings or switching. So that's really, really good if you're passing this unit around and you don't want to change any of the settings. So on the left hand side of the monitor we've got a card device there, so I've put a 16 gig card in. I think it takes up to 32 gig, no more, and that allows me to store video and images. I can do snapshots, so it's a great way of transferring it to a PC later on. Above it you've got some melody buttons, so you've got a start and stop and a change melody. So this has got, I think, 4 melodies stored on the webcam itself, so you can play melodies to your baby to help them go off to sleep. So that's quite a useful little feature. And again, at the top you've got speaker related, so this is the actual volume of the volume of this baby monitor itself. As I mentioned earlier, there's a separate volume on the webcam, but this just controls the volume of this particular. And at the top you can actually just see the antenna sticking out there. Finally, on top of the monitor there's some other buttons hidden away. On the left hand side of the screen is a snapshot for images, so if you see something good going on you can take a photo there. The next button does the same for video, so that starts recording and stops recording a video. The third button along is an illumination on the webcam itself, so the base of the webcam lights up a very delicate blue, so to illuminate the room a little bit. So that's quite a good feature. It's a bit like you get with Angel Care products for movement. It's just an extra light on the webcam. And finally you've got your combined power and also screen off and on. So if you press this once it turns the screen off and on to save a bit of power. If you hold it in it powers the unit on and powers the unit off. On the back of the unit, not much going on here. You've got an adjustable stand so you can prop it up without the docking station. You've got a speaker surrounding there as well, and if you just see it, there's a reset button there to reset all the reset the whole unit basically. So this is the quite ingenious Wi-Fi docking station for the monitor. It basically turns it from just a webcam and monitor solution to an internet-based solution and lets you dock the monitor inside. So I'll show you what happens. It's I wouldn't say tricky, but you've got to get the two aligned. So as you align it down, it goes into the USB slot and it starts charging from there, and also now it's connected to the internet. I'll show you how that works in just a second. On the side of the Wi-Fi bridge you'll find this 2D barcode. And the whole idea of this is that you point your camera at the barcode, and when you're using your Android iPhone Luvion app, which you download from the appropriate store, Google Play Store or the iTunes Store. I'll show you how that works in a bit. And the whole idea is that this has the name of your device, so when you scan for it, it automatically knows the name and you can connect to it. So you use this for the first time you set everything up. It's a very clever way of getting everything paired and working for the first time when using your mobile phone. So this is the Luvion Care app running on my Android phone. I just thought I'd show you the latency of the system, how good the video is. I'm connecting out and back in again over the internet. The top shows you the frame rate, how much bandwidth you're using, and what the resolution is. You can, as I said, you can change that in the system. So if I wave my hand in front of the camera on the left now, you'll see the latency. So monitors on the right, you can see that's almost instant, and then milliseconds later, you've got it there. So it's almost no latency at all. And also there's buttons at the bottom to do snapshots, just like there is on the monitor, so you can do snapshots and also turn the volume on and off as well. If I go back a page, it starts to list all my devices. So that's my one camera at the top there. I'd have more, and then I can add more devices if I want to. So let's add a pretend devices to see what it looks like. So what it's asking for is the UID up at the top left here, and it's either a scan or a search. Scan is when you scan that 2D barcode in at the side. Search means it goes off to the Wi-Fi or LAN network and searches for any devices it thinks are monitors and will connect to them. And then down here it will come up with your Wi-Fi details to connect to the Wi-Fi. So as I say, you plug your physical cable in first, you search for it, you connect to it. Once you connect to it and it's up and running, you then tell it what your Wi-Fi name is and also your Wi-Fi password, and then you unplug the cable and Bob's your uncle. It all works on Wi-Fi, and you can pull out the physical cable. And you give the camera a name as well, so that can be the particular room the camera's in if you've got multiple cables. So that's pretty much how the Luvion Care app works. The other cool thing about the app is when you exit, it gives you the option of leaving it in the background or actually exiting the program completely. So if you're just doing a random check and you want to leave the program, you can. But if you want to leave it in the background, actually monitoring things, you can do. Okay, so there you go. So now I'm going to show you controlling the camera. At the moment I've not got my phone connected, so the toggle joystick at the bottom right here lets me move my camera around, so you can see it moving around there, and also up and down as well. So it's moving around my office, so you can see everything going on my hand. I can do the same thing from my phone, so let's start the phone app up. As soon as I connect my phone and the phone connects, I can't do it on the monitor anymore. It's one or the other. So give it a second to start up. There we go. So I can actually swipe on the screen now to move the camera around. Slight bit of a lag because we're going over the internet. Let's have a look. So on the right hand side you'll see me do it, and that you'll see it move there. So that is me physically moving the camera around and pan up as well. Which I think is quite good. And I believe you can also zoom in as well by pinching the screen. He says not doing it correctly. There we go. It's the wrong way. I was pinching the wrong way. So that's controlling the camera via your phone. So the final thing I'll show you is the infrared capability of the camera. The camera claims that it can go down to lux 5 to 15 with the infrared on. So it's the middle of the day now, so I thought what better place to test it than to stick it in the loft and see what happens when I turn the lights out. So what you're seeing now is 160 watt bulb, so it's using some IR already because of the low light in the loft, which is obviously normally completely pitch black. Now we'll go and turn off the lights. So there you go, that's pitch black, and you can obviously see that you still see everything, and obviously you can move the camera around should you wish to. The infrared's quite directional, so that's why it's kind of black around the edges. So as I move the camera around, lots of empty boxes, it's illuminating them. So again, that's absolutely perfect. I've tried it in a smaller room, in a baby's crib area. It looks brilliant. So I thought I'd finally show you the range of the webcam on the monitor. So I'm in the front upstairs of my house at the moment, and I've put the webcam pointing out the window at the back garden, and you can see no problems, no interference, no more latency in terms of moving the camera about. Quite good for a cat cam as well as a baby monitor as well. So there you have it, the Luvion Supreme Connect baby monitor with optional Wi-Fi bridge. Highly recommended, can't fault this product, really is great. If you want to get the best that's currently out there, get this one.